My fellow beautiful chosen ones, we are here today again on another beautiful day. I'm so glad that you are here joining me for this video, another impactful one. Do me a favor before you go forward, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so that every time we post a new video, you get to know about it. But right now, without further ado, let us head straight on to today's video. Now, chosen one, today we are talking about something that is very, very big in terms of it being a blessing and a wake-up call to all chosen ones. I want to tell you why your enemies will never tell you these 5 things. 5 things that your enemies will never tell you. They'll never face you and tell you these things. They will never come up to your face and actually tell you these things. The first thing your enemies will never tell you is that you inspire them. Chosen one, you inspire them from afar. From afar, you inspire them. And they will never tell you this. They will never tell you that you inspire them because they look at everything you do. From the little things to the big things. They always keep their eyes on you because you inspire them. But they will never come up to you and say, hey man, how do you do this? How do you do that? Because you inspire me. Because they have this bitter taste when it comes to you. They are bitter when it comes to you, chosen one. They despise you, yet you inspire them. They wish they can be like you. They aspire to be like you each and every day. But they will never come up to you and say, hey man, you inspire me. The second thing that your enemies will never tell you, they will never face you and say this, is that they want to know how you have so much peace. They want to know how do you get your peace. They envy your peace. They envy the peace you have because every time they look at you, you are content in who you are. You walk in your true light. You are always fulfilling your own purpose on a day-to-day basis, and they might not be fulfilling theirs. So they wonder, how do you have this peace without the money, without the clothes, without the assurance from people, without having a gang of people surrounding you all the time, without having all these friends who like you. They want to know, how do you have the peace? They envy it. They wish they had the tools that will give them that peace, because you must understand, we are living in a time of anxiety, depression, mental illnesses and mental disorders. They don't know how you get your peace. They wish they knew. If only they could come up to you and be like, hey, how do you get your peace? I want it. I envy it. You would be able to tell them, but they will never come to you because they hate you. They are your enemies. Enemies who are self-appointed. You never chose them to be your enemies. They just chose to dislike you, just like you were chosen to be a chosen one. The third thing that your enemies will never tell you, will never mention to you, is that your presence is heavy. Your mere presence is heavy to them. You ever seen yourself every time you walk in a room, every time you walk in a space where there's people and you shut that place down? You just shut it down. As soon as you walk in, eyes are on you. Not because maybe you look good, not because you have the looks, you have the height, you have the facial structure, the body structure, the muscles. Ladies, you have that thick, you know what I'm talking about. But it's not about that. Your mere presence, your soul, your energy, your frequency, it shuts the room down. It's heavy. It's a heavy burden on them. They are burdened by you being alive. They are burdened by you being in a space that they are in. They don't want to share space with you because your presence is heavy upon them. And it is all about frequency. It is all about energy. Once you know that you are a chosen one and you realize your power, you realize your potential, your energy becomes very much heavy to many people. They start disliking you. They start seeing that they cannot spend a day, they cannot spend a mere hour with you in their midst. That is because of the energy level, the strength it has, and the weight it has. And that will never change. As long as you are a chosen one, your presence will remain heavy. Now, the fourth thing your enemies will never tell you, on any given day, you can just meet them on the street, you can bump into them at the mall, but they will never say this to you. You don't need fly clothes to be fly. I'm going to say that again. I'm preaching right now. You don't need fly clothes to be fly. That is another thing that that really irritates your enemy's chosen one, is the fact that you can look that good and you still ain't got no fly clothes. You can look that good and you haven't bought new clothes in a year. You haven't bought new sneakers in a year. You haven't bought new heels in a year, and you still look fly. They wish they had your swag, but they don't have it. They don't have the swag. They need the chains. They need the watches. They need the earrings. They need the new Jordans. You don't need all that, and you still look fly. You still walk in a room and smell good. You still walk in a room with your nice fade, ladies looking all good with maybe their cornrows, new weave maybe sometimes once in a while, but you still look fly without the clothes. You don't need them to look fly, and they hate that. That is why sometimes you can just walk into a certain place and you find that there's somebody there who actually hates you. Immediately when you walk in, you can be looking raggedy as hell, but they would hate you for that, merely because you just look good without you even trying. They want to know how you look good without even trying. They wish they had that skill, but hey, guess what? Not all of us are chosen ones. Now, the fifth and final thing that your enemies want to know, that your enemies wish they could ask you if given the chance. Maybe we'll give them the chance in heaven. They want to know, how do you survive with so much little? How do you survive with less? You have been given less than many people. There's people who have so much more in the world. People who have so many things in the world. But what irritates them and what bothers them is, you are making the most out of the least. You are out here being Barack Obama, making the most out of the least. They hate that because they cannot understand how you do that. You have less things, you have less opportunities, you have maybe lesser looks. You have less of everything, but you make the most out of it. You look happy, you look content, you look fulfilled in the little that you have. And they despise that, they hate that. Those are your enemies, self-appointed enemies. Chosen one, I'm just here to remind you that you are powerful beyond reasonable measure, and the people who dislike you, they have seen that, they have realized that, and now they are trying by all means to try and push that energy and that frequency upon you. But they fail each and every day, because if each and every day you wake up, to them it is not a blessing, but to you it is a blessing. And I say today, curse the ones who curse you, because you are a blessing, while to them you are a curse. I'll say that again. Curse the ones who curse you, because you are a blessing, although to them you are a curse. And when I say curse the ones who curse you, I'm not saying say it literally. I am the one saying it to them. I'm saying it to your enemies, chosen one. Curse them. Curse the ones who curse you. But this is where we're going to leave the video for today. Do me a favor, if you are a chosen one, leave a like, leave a subscribe, and leave a comment as well. Until we meet again on our next video, love you, peace.